to the topic, which is of executive presence. And can you tell me the first time that you recognised that this would be important for you in your career?
I think the first time I went to a bus and coach industry association meeting,
Mm-hmm.
I was probably 19, maybe 20 at the time. I was quite young, as I was sort of earmarked for leadership even back then. And we went to this meeting, my boss and I, and she was a woman. She was one of two managing directors in the bus industry in those days. That was the early 90s. And I was like the third woman in the room, and everybody else was a man. And they all had easy. It's so easy for men, you know, suit, tie, pair of shoes, whatever, change the shirt for color or tie, you know, and it was like, oh, I need to think about what I wear, because I worked in a bus depot. And in a bus, you know, buses are reasonably dirty sorts of things generally. And so, you know, we didn't dress up. It was an old house that was greasy and grimy and all of that. And then I had to go to these functions. And then after the bus industry, I'd have to go to a meeting in the government office, you know, with the department. And we did a launch of a new bus route with a minister, Bruce Baird, when he was Minister for Transport. And I had to really, oh my goodness, I'd never bought a suit. And I'd never sort of thought that I actually was presenting myself as a professional in this space. And if I didn't want to be asked to get the tea and coffee, and, you know, because I was the ops manager at the time we launched the new bus route in Cherrybrook.
Mm.
And, you know, he looked at me, the minister looked at me like I was a secretary. When I would go to the association things, they would treat me like I was the secretary. Now, I had been a secretary. I had worked my way up. But I really recognised that I need to look and appear and come across quite differently. I needed a whole new level of confidence if I was going to go into this room, that I just think is not something that men have to experience. I mean, they do, obviously, when you get up and speak and all those sorts of things, but I just feel it's certainly different for women, or it has been through my career.